Rangers are probably one of the best kept secrets in the Army. They can do special missions in support of national directives that no other unit can do. Ranger Creed is what you live by in Ranger Regiment. That's what you follow. You live the entire creed. Every word in there is important.
Nobody wants to have to deal with a mass casualty combat search and rescue where, you're going into a situation where there's potentially no survivors. But certain people are called to do certain things, and that's what we do.
The grim drama has been unfolding at 10,000 feet in the mountains of Afghanistan. We can't report all the facts yet because American lives are still at stake.
We finally get to the crash site. The sun was just about coming up. I could see fires still going on. And the crash site is literally on the side of a steep ledge. We secure the area and we start pulling a perimeter. We hoped that when we came in, we would find live crew members, but we didn't. There was nothing left of the helicopter. And this is a Chinook. It's a big helicopter. And the only thing that resembled a helicopter was some rotor blades. There was nothing left.
It's one of those sights that you don't ever want to see, and once you see it, if you ever have to see it, you'll never forget it.
A lot of the bodies were really mangled. There was bodies that weren't even bodies. There were just ashes. As a young guy, I was like, holy smokes. I didn't think that was possible. How does a body just get burnt up like that? So my platoon was on security. The second platoon was on body recovery. I think it was late in the day when they finally recovered all 16.
The whole time intel's being gathered about one person possibly being captured.
My blocking position was right next to the command center, and I could overhear everything going on. They're hearing radio chatter about a live American.
One of the radios that initial SEAL team had with them should have been kept on an individual. So once it started moving, we thought that there was a survivor. We pushed out one platoon, going down to the village where the equipment had sent off a signal.
The information that's being passed down was that there's an American being hidden, so we start searching the buildings.
Get back, get down!
We assumed that the village was like any other village, and we just started clearing it as an unknown threat, so we started kicking in doors. We're asking people where the Americans are, and of course they're speaking, Pashto, and we're speaking English, and it doesn't translate. So it's, pointing to an American flag patch on your shoulder, and, where are the Americans?
We start hearing commotion going on down the mountain. And at this point is when we start seeing a bunch of men pushing another guy, and he's taller than everybody else. When I get down there, I see that it's an American that's dressed up with the Afghan hat and Afghan dress on and everything. They do, the ordinary, hey, what's your name? And the security questions. And they find out that it's one of the SEALs that was missing.
There's a radio transmission saying, hey, we've got control of, Marcus Luttrell.
My name is Marcus Luttrell. I'm 39 years old, and I'm from Texas. I didn't kid myself. I didn't tell myself that I was gonna make it out of there. But I did tell myself that my boys were coming to get me. If I could hold out, it'd be okay. That's what I did. Just waited, no matter how long it took. Now, I also put in the back of my head that I was an expendable asset. I'm a Navy SEAL. I get paid to take risks and die if necessary. That's one of the reasons you join up for the job, because of that line right there. That's how sexy and cool it is. But then when it's really happening, you're like, wait a minute. But make no mistake, if we're ever in trouble, then you call the Rangers and they'll come get our asses out. Because they'll bring everything. I mean, sure, I'm sure there's a lot to it. They love the satisfaction of saying they got to come rescue our asses all the time. That's got to be part of it. Why wouldn't it be?
I do recall Marcus saying that he would never live down being rescued by Army Rangers. At least he could make light of the situation that he was in.
I just remember sitting against that wall. I mean, and I was beat up too, but I just remember looking at them and just got to think, like, this guy doesn't know me. He doesn't know anything about me. But he just went through hell to come get me. Man, there's probably a chance he wouldn't like me if he knew me. It doesn't matter. Just sitting back and looking and go, man, these guys got a phone call saying I was jammed up. And there's a pretty good chance they weren't gonna make it out of there if they came to get me. And they were like, all right, let's go get him.
There's a total of 4 on the team. And so, the next question is just, hey, where is everybody else?
And they were like, where's the rest of your team? I was like, they're dead, man. But I'm not sad at the fact of how they died. They died in combat next to their brothers, pile of brass. That's how we die.
Now we have a solid answer of, okay, there's only 1 survivor, so we're looking for 3 more, KIAs. At least we had an answer to the fate of that reconnaissance team.
At this point, Brian starts assigning the rest of the guys that were back at the crash site to start doing body recovery, because we know they're dead, but we don't know where they're at. And we never leave a fallen comrade behind.
One of our guys slipped into a little wash and had actually stumbled on the first 2 remains that we found. We have Marcus, and then we have 2. Now we're looking for the needle in the haystack as to, where's the 4th and final member of this team. For the next 10 days, we continued to search.
We weren't leaving there until we found the 3rd body, but a higher power said, hey, you gotta go.
If they had kept telling us to stay, we would have stayed. I would say within 8 hours of us getting relieved, they had found the final missing American.
Rangers did what they were asked to do. They completed the mission. We thought we were going in for 8 hours. We stayed there for, 12 days. It was our job, it was our mission. Bodies were recovered, equipment was destroyed, and a captured U.S. service member was rescued. We saved someone. That is an accomplishment. And it wasn't me, it was the men of Charlie Company, 2nd Ranger Battalion.
One of the unique things about this particular operation is it showed the ability of our military to come together as one fighting unit and get something done. When all them guys died, it was, hey, let's go. And it worked like a surgeon's scalpel, man, just to get me out of there and get the boys back home. I probably couldn't walk outside right now and somebody wouldn't help me change my tire. These guys are in the middle of Afghanistan and they're just don't know me from Adam. And they walk through straight to the gates of hell, shake hands with the devil to come get me, because that's where I was at. I was in hell. So, they did it.
Our creed ends with, readily will I display the intestinal fortitude required to fight on to the Ranger objective and complete the mission, though I be the lone survivor.
Ranger Regiment makes you a better man. I mean, it makes you the best warrior there is, flat out. And I'll go to my grave believing that. You can sleep safely knowing that there's people like that that are gonna defend your country. I'm proud of everything my Rangers did.